Hello, I am Kodili-nye. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your geographical location and the place of abode and your time zone. Returning subscribers, you're all welcome to the family, and new subscribers, thank you for joining us again. We are going to discuss several issues. And the old subscribers, thank you. We are here. Just our location. You can see our location. It's not that bad. We are just scrolling around the road. We're just scrolling around this inner road. We're just moving on this road, and you just can see the train moving on that place. You can see the train. That's the train up there. Up there is the train station. You can see that's we are going to be discussing about important issue today. It's very important for us to keep on the discussion going, because you can see this house. A lot of my subscribers from Nigeria has been urging for more content on Nigeria and Anambra State. That's why you might notice that I've been doing more of Nigerian content, and because if you want anything from UK or America, we can be discussing about it also. But you need to indicate, you need to draw our attention. We've been discussing about things about Nigeria, southern Nigeria, in the eastern Nigeria, and today will not be different, because we are going to talk about several things. We are actually hammering on Nnewi, the Nigeria's indigenous industrial base and technology base or hub, where you have most of the enterprise owned 99% by Nigerians or 100%. And that's the only city in Nigeria, or only place in Nigeria where a major town or city where you have more or less the indigenous Nigerians having all the businesses, all the industries, all the hospitality industries, whatever, factory, production lines. That's only in Nnewi you can see such a thing in the whole of Nigeria. So that's amazing, and that's why it portrays the beauty of and hard work, industrial nature, or industrious nature of the people. They are very hard-working people, and they keep on working very hard. And you know, for those that think people from Nigeria are lazy, they have to think twice, because they need to come to Nnewi and see how people work really hard. They work really hard, and they build industries, they build a lot of production line, and this has helped in the long term to change the narrative, and it has actually helped so much. So we are going to be discussing about that. But the main topic we are going to discuss is the possibility of rail transport, rail and tram, and the Nnewi rail and tram, Nnewi train, rail or transport system. Nnewi, the possibility of having train. There is pressure on the government, Anambra State government, and federal government to build and expand the Nnewi roads. and that has been ongoing at the moment, and we are also part of the pressure group. A lot of my subscribers from there are also reaching out, and they want a situation that Nnewi should be turned around. They want the transport system modernized, expansion of roads, expansion of the narrow roads that has been the problem and the major challenge concerning the Nnewi, and they want it to be expanded. But we are not also relenting on that, because we are also discussing about the possibility of having a rail transport added to it, because when you are expanding the road, because we are in 21st century, you'll be thinking about a city like Nnewi, rail going through it as well. Not just expanding the road for the sake of expanding the roads, but thinking about that there will be a possibility of having rail on it, especially when the issue of expanding the four major roads in Nnewi is put into consideration, that the rail might be included, the possibility, even if they are not starting it this year, maybe next year, that as they expand the road, they will be also expanding so that the rail can also be, space for the rail will be included in it, which will be a win-win situation, and will help in the development of this great city or great town, because we are now in 21st century, and it's good to, whenever we are doing things, we do it very, very well. We do it so that we not do it half-heartedly. It's very important for us to discuss the possibilities, and it's very important, because if we are not discussing it, the average Nigerian politicians are actually not thinking about the future, and they are not thinking about getting things in the right order. They always think about elections, not the possibility of solving the problems, or thinking about that the rail will actually come in. It can actually come in this year if the governor is thinking deep, because it will not cost much to put rail transport in Nnewi. So we are discussing about the rail transport, the possibility of rail in Nnewi. For those that are joining us, I am Kodili-nye. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do. Share this to your friends. We are discussing about Nnewi, the city, the possibility of having rail transport in Nnewi. Nnewi to have a rail transport, Nnewi to have rail line and trams. So it's very, very important. You can see the flowers here. You can see how these flowers, see how this road are beautified with flowers. This is inner roads. You can see how this flower, you can see how beautiful. You can see, very nice. So let's continue on what we are talking about. We are discussing about the rail infrastructure, rail transport. Considering that that this is very important means of transport, and it's the cheapest means of transport in a city, and in any country anyway. And it's also very easy to move people around with rail. It's very, very easy to move people, especially a city that is growing in population. So when a city is more than 500,000 people or 300,000 people, the best bet is to plan for a rail network. starting with a single line and eventually extending it around. So it's very, very important to be thinking on that. But for those that are joining us, Nnewi, let me introduce Nnewi to you. Nnewi is a great city in Nigeria. It's in Anambra State, southeastern Nigeria or eastern Nigeria, West Africa. Nnewi have famous people. You can talk about Chief Innoson, Chukwuma, Chief Cletus Ibeto, Les Louis Ojukwu, the first millionaire or something in Nigeria, and the first president or chairman of Nigerian Stock Exchange. And you also have the late Ikemba Nnewi's General Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu that led that defunct Biafran Republic. So those are one of the people that, part of this Nnewi. There are many others. There are thousands of them. And they have contributed so much in this Nnewi. Nnewi have a monarch, the longest monarch in Africa, Igwe Orizu. And it's divided into 4 quarters. You can see the train has been there. The train, you can see the train moving. You're just standing, that's a train station just there. Because we are discussing about train. That's the train station. We are discussing about train. That's the train station. So as we are talking, Nnewi has longest serving monarch, Igwe Orizu, the Obi of Nnewi, and this he has been in power for more than 50 or 60 years. He's been in power. He's the longest serving monarch maybe in the world now at the moment. And I think he just turned 100 or either 90 or 100. I've forgotten. If you know, you can drop in the comment section how old is Obi of Nnewi. You can drop in the comment section, help us to spread out the information. That's the train station. Is it the train? The train moving. You can see that the rest of is moving there. It's going. So now we are discussing about the possibility of rail transport, because we've been discussing about this in our little forums and all those things about having a rail infrastructure in Nnewi, in Anambra State. And many of the time people will be saying, oh, are you sure they have not built the roads, so how can they build the rail? But all of them are complementary. Like when there was a debate a long time ago where some of the politicians was trying to convince or to deceive the people that Anambra State doesn't need an airport. Even some of the known politicians joined in that place, and people were shocked. I was one of them and said, these are forms of transport. You must have different forms of transport which will help to expand the economy. You don't just focus on one transport system. That you need to have all the transport system available for in a place so that people use the one they want, and it will also help to lessen the burden in war. So, and this thing was going on, and we started talking about rail. So, and it seems that the governor of Anambra State, I don't know if it's because of I don't know if he meant it, talking about rail. So he started immediately gone in, he's talking about building rail. But I don't know, because how most of the time he's saying things and he's not moving with it, moving with speed on that. He says those things, but people will be awakened to that, will think that, oh, maybe he's going to do it the next minute. And what you will notice is that he now cool down on it again, delaying until people start reminding him, oh, what about the rail? What about this? So he starts saying, oh, we are planning on that. That's the major issue with this politician. Although Soludo said he's not a politician, that when he said things, he was going to do it. But even if he's going to do it, you don't need to be delaying on that, because the more you are delaying on that, you create a negative feeling, and people start losing faith, people start losing trust, people start thinking that here we come again, that you keep on making those things and they are not fulfilling them. So now, for those that doesn't know Anambra State is one of the smallest state in Nigeria. I think it's the second smallest in the whole country, and the fact that it's the smallest make it very easy to have a real system on it, to have a real system. So that's make it very easy to have a rail system on it. I'm just moving in the rail station, the train station. You can see this is a train station. This is a train station. You can see the train station. What's the name of this train station? Yeah. The name of the train station?
Nobiton.
Oh, Nobiton. Okay, thank you. Hi. So I'm just we're discussing about the train, the possibility of having a rest. You want help?
It's okay.
Okay. So we are discussing about the possibility of I'm going under the tunnel under this rail station. They see the tunnel. This is the tunnel we're going under. You see the rail goes on top of it. So I'm going the other end. I'm trying to come out here, and you can see. So now, the landmass of Anambra State make it quite easy for a determined technocrat or administrator or person that want to do stuff to develop the state, to get rail as part of the transport system in Anambra State, because the landmass is quite small. So to set up a rail transport will not cost that much. I'm just on part of that rail area, see. So it will not cost much, and it will not take time. A determined person will actually put a rail track from Onitsha to Nnewi in 6 months. Onitsha to Oka in 6 months. Within a year, you must have a double line around the major city, the 3 or 4 major city, even to Ekulobia. So that's how it is, because it's not that big. The landmass is not that large. So that's what we are discussing about. So we are talking about putting rail in Nnewi. So now, as part of what Soludo was talking about, bringing the rail system in the state. So the rail system. So when he discussed that, all of us, we are very happy, and we are thinking about it and saying that that he will be so great if he will mean it, and he keep on repeating it, the possibilities and all those things. But I was saying that if he can do this, he will actually write his name in gold, because this is will be a great addition, and it will help to develop the state. So when he will keep on saying it, so we started discussing about it, that if he go ahead to do these things, that he will actually help to bring out the economy, expand the economy of Anambra State. And we started discussing about the linking the train to the whole of the Anambra state and eventually extending it to the other states around. So, and we started discussing cities by cities, and I'm today going to discuss about what we talked about concerning Nnewi, the possibility of having Nnewi. And in that discussion, some people were saying Nnewi has very terrible roads, narrow roads. How can it be that that Nnewi indigenes and dwellers have formed the habit of building just in the road, in the middle of the road, that they don't give a setback and all those things, the normal required distance. So, and as we are discussing about these things, and we are start talking about that the government has also overall interest to develop anything they want to build, notwithstanding those incumbrances and problems and challenges, that the government can decide to apply the law, not paying compensation for those who err. But in this case, we're talking about a government that have a human face that will pay compensation to those people, and in the future plan their, make sure that people doesn't actually take up the roads as part of building their properties and all those things. So we are talking about a government that has a human face that can actually be doing things that will not increasing pain, but also bringing about economic growth, and helping also to helping the traumatized people already, because the people in Nigeria has already been marginalized by bad government over the years. People have been traumatized, people have suffered, people have lost hope, even in the country called Nigeria. Some people will ask you, what has Nigeria done to you? And basically nothing. They don't benefit anything from Nigeria except the politicians that are actually benefiting from that. But the real Nigerian, 99% of the people doesn't. So that's spread around. There's hopelessness in the land. There is joblessness. There is unemployment. There is a lot of issues, challenges here and there, and that has increased the hopelessness and increase sickness, increase problems. But that's not what we are talking about. We are now talking about the Nnewi rail infrastructure, the possibility of having a Nnewi city with modern train services or trams. And when we are discussing about these things, we started to analyze how it can be done. So we look at the key areas that this rail can be applied, as the government is trying to expand the roads, widen the roads, and dualize the roads, and do the roads. So we're looking at the four area, the four major area, major entrance to Nnewi. So we discussed about that, and what happened is, as we are discussing about that, it was so much interesting what we discussed. But some of the things we discussed is that the four major roads on outside Nnewi must be looked into. So, and they mentioned Nnewi to Nobi, Nnewi to Oba, Nnewi to Ozobro, and Nnewi to Okigwe. So they discussed about that these four major area, as the government expand these roads into 4 lanes or 6 lanes or dual carriageways, they will consider having space for rail on both sides of them. So now, rail to come to Nnewi, rail transport to come to Nnewi, Nnewi to have a modern rail station, Now the question is that can Soludo, who is known previously with his bold economic, bold solutions to problems or challenges of the society, can he reenact what he did when he was the central bank governor of Nigeria. Remember, Professor Soludo is the present day Anambra State governor, and he was the former central bank governor of Nigeria, who introduced reforms that saved Nigerian banking sectors. He went ahead to also bail on the Naira, but he was actually stopped, and that's caused his downfall. But he is a very bold administrator who, when he wants to do things, he does it without anything stopping him. You can hear the sound of the train. I don't know. That's the train. That's the train, the red stuff going there. That's the train, because we are in the train station. We are just in the train station. We are just on the side of the train station. So that's the train. So that's why we are talking about train, the rail transport. The possibility of having rail system in Nnewi. So that's what we are discussing about. So now, coming back to what we are talking about, we are talking about having this rail route in the Nnewi. The 4 areas that was mentioned: Nnewi Nobi, Nnewi Ozobolo, Nnewi Oba, Nnewi Okigwe Road. So these are the 4 areas mentioned that very, very important to get the rail set up through those roads. The government and the people are talking about the expansion of those roads, making those roads be to sorry about the weather today is not very, very nice. You can see the weather is not that very nice. It's a bit gloomy winter weather today, but we'll still bring you what we are doing, and it's very important for us to continue discussing, notwithstanding. So we are talking about, you can see how this place is. You can see that's the inner streets. So we are talking about the rail. So the rail in Nnewi, it will be a win-win situation. So doing rail, they can actually start up with from Bank Road or Triangle or Nkwo Triangle to Nobi, and one from Bank Road on Nkwo Triangle to Oba. So the one from Nkwo Triangle linking the going to Nobi will join the eventual rail transport that will come from Nkwo to Nobi, that will go to Abia State. So, but we are talking about the Nnewi Rail, or Greater Nnewi Rail, or Greater Nnewi City Rail. So now they need also another one from Nkwo Triangle down to Ozobolo, stopping at something like Michael Junction or to Okija, something of that. So, and that one will also help out, because he will also join in Okija the rail that will start from Onitsha to Imo State border at Amoka, the border or border town to Imo State in the future. So now another one is from that Nkwo Triangle joining the Okigwe Road. So the Okigwe Road, and that one will also, all this rail will have dual area, because the one going up and the one coming back. So just and the final one will be the one that will be from Nkwo Triangle to, from that old general teaching hospital down to Oba, that will also join Onitsha Owe Road, when the rail that will come from Onitsha going to Imo border will come on stream. So that's what we are discussing about. So you can see it's a win-win situation. This is a rail bridge. This is a rail bridge. You know, this is a rail bridge. The rail well goes on top of it, and the vehicles goes under. This is a rail bridge. You can see the vehicles. You can see the cars. You can see the cars. So I am Kodili-nye. Do you think it's possible to have rail transport in Nnewi? Do you think it will make economic sense to have a rail in Nnewi? What is your opinion? What is your opinion concerning that? What is your opinion? Do you think it's a possibility of having rail transport in Nnewi? Do you think Soludo will be the man that will start it? Do you think he can make that bold move this year, 2024, as part of his agenda, changing gear agenda? Do you think he can do that? Do you think? So drop in the comment section, come in the comment section, we will discuss more on this. I am still Kodili-nye. So the finance will not be a problem. It will not be a challenge because it will not cost much to do this rail in Nnewi. So the main thing is that the government, is the Anambra State government, is Professor Soludo, the Anambra State governor, determined to bring this to pass? That's the major question. Is he determined to change the narrative? Is he determined to change Nnewi? Does he want to change Nnewi so that the businesses and the people will actually have a better city? That's a question that needs to be answered. Thank you very much for joining us again. We'll continue discussing this. You might see the part 2 of this discussion. We're just discussing on the part 1. Remember to subscribe. I am Kodili-nye. I would love to hear from you. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye. Remember to subscribe. Remember to subscribe. See you in the next video, and bye.